Welcome to Crypto Tutors. We are humanizing cryptocurrency and blockchain and are bringing the best trailblazers and success stories like Isaiah Jackson, Tavonia Evens, Ian Bellina, Cleve Messidor, and Tinashe Nitaganga on the Crypto Couch. Click subscribe and the bell to be the first to watch the latest interviews every single week. Let's talk about Guap, right? Let's talk about the Guap. First of all, for the people that do not know, what is Guap? T, tell us, what is Guap?
Guap is that money. It's that royal money. It's that, it's that moolah. it's more than money. You know, it gives you that feeling of, oh, wow, I've amassed something. I've really accumulated something. I think we connect with it a lot more than just the dollar term. I think we connect really with that. And that's the reason why I named it Guap, is because I wanted people to understand that this was money. You know, I knew it was going to be something that we were going to have to teach to the people, you know, just the crypto aspect of it. But I didn't want them to just look at this as crypto. I wanted them to look at this as money.
As money. And so let's make the distinction between, you know, crypto versus crypto that is money. I'm pretty sure you built Guap on the Ethereum blockchain.
Originally, but then I built our own blockchain. So we've been on our own blockchain since early 2018.
That is stupendous. You built your own blockchain. Like, there aren't many coins out there that are native. You know, the coin is native to the blockchain.
Yeah, so I knew that was going to be important to the community. Having a native coin was going to be super important. So that was super important to me from day one. So the object of starting on Ethereum was to raise enough money so that we could build a blockchain. And we didn't, but I still wound up building the blockchain.
So what was the motivation behind building your own blockchain? Like, you said that it was needed, but why was it needed?
Trust. You know, and trust and just a sense of autonomous identity. You know, we're moving towards being able to affirm ourselves and have an identity and have a financial identity, you know. And I think that's really, really, really important, that we have something that gives us that financial identity. And then another thing is building on top of other blockchains. You know, it subjects you to everything that other blockchain is going through. And I was like, I want us to be the problem solvers for our own blockchain in our own worlds and be able to build literally from the ground up. And, you know, it's going to take some time, but I think that that's going to be the important penetration part, you know, to know that you've not only divested your money to get involved in this, but you've invested your own value and currency into this.
I love the way you're thinking about it. And, you know, statistics show that the Black community in the United States has over $1 trillion in buying power. And so if we were to take a portion of that and transform it into investment power, obviously, based on what you're describing, I mean, you're building a crypto that is for us, by us. Tell us about some of the applications associated with Guap. Like, you know, where is the currency accepted? How can we use it? Let's talk a little bit about utility.
Well, currently we have a partnership with Coin Payments, which allows merchants to be able to accept Guap for payment. We're working on our own payment system as well, and also a brick and mortar payment system, of course, point of sales devices, et cetera, and ATMs. We're in the middle of working out launching a network of ATMs to make it easy for people to get Guap Coin. We have, of course, we're on the exchange. We're also currently working on a stable coin that's going to be pegged to Guap called Extended Guap, or XGuap, that's going to run on a Binance Smart Chain. That's going to open us up to decentralized finance and DEXs and et cetera, open us up to a whole ecosystem. And we're building a pretty automated process of changing your Guap over to XGuap pretty much instantly. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we're working on right now. Let me see, I know I'm forgetting everything. We're working on our marketplace, which is just the directory of merchants that accept Guap. We're also working on a swap site to make it really, really super easy to swap other things for Guap Coin.
Okay.
We have the foundation, the Guap Foundation, which really came into bloom last year. And they're responsible for maintaining the mission and pushing Guap forward and making sure that Guap continues to edify the community as we envisioned it to be. So yeah, lots of stuff going on.
We definitely need to dive into a couple of those initiatives, because in the comments, if you're about that Guap life and if you're about getting your Guap and getting your coins, let's make sure that Tavonia knows and hears from you, because we want to make sure that we're expanding your community. We want to make sure that you know who's who and what's what in this crypto blockchain space. We're talking about the metaverse. We're talking about where the future is going, but really we're bringing the future to you today. So where can I invest in Guap? Tell us, like, what do I need to do to become,
Well, we're listed on Probit.
Okay.
We do have a video that walks you through on our YouTube channel. The first thing that we tell people to do is to join the community, join the Telegram, because there are plenty of people there to help you along the way if you run into any type of roadblocks. So join the Telegram, and you can go to the guapcoin.org website and you can click on join the Telegram to do that. It's very important we have you in the community, because in Guap Coin, the most important thing is the community. Mm-hmm. That's what we're centered. We're community centered, and we're really building this out of the community. So we need you there. So that's first and foremost. So you can get Guap Coin on Probit. We have put in our application a long time ago with Coinbase. So we're hoping that gets taken care of soon. Because we put a lot of effort in making sure that we're up to code and compliance for Coinbase. So
is that something you have to pay to have your coin?
No, you actually, now a lot of exchanges you do have to pay a lot of money, but Coinbase you don't. Coinbase has so-called made a commitment to list any compliant coin, so they, we've applied about maybe four months ago. So we're waiting to see if they'll hold to that commitment. And Coinbase has had an interesting relationship with the community. Definitely some diversity issues have come up. So,
controversy around that. Yeah.
Controversy around that. And honestly, I wasn't an avid supporter because of that, but our audience, our community is asking for it. So we're here to serve the community. If they, feel like that's the best way for them to get it, then we got to meet them in the middle to where they are. So, we're hoping that takes place.
And, again, in the comments, if you want to see Guap Coin listed on Coinbase, Coinbase is certainly one of the largest exchanges in the world, the first publicly traded exchange in the world. And we want to make sure that, if representation truly matters, that there's representation from the Black community, which is what Guap symbolizes.
Right. I think that they tend to marginalize us when they don't understand that we're the driving force for the adoption of everything. We literally are the embodiment of viral. If we're gonna, I say that with firmness. I say that with firmness. And then, shout out to Soulja Boy, because he's always saying, he's like, I invented viral. And I believe you. I know, because we invented viral. You know what I mean? So again, we take things to a whole new level, and it's just a matter of time before we do that with Guap Coin. So it would be very advantageous for Coinbase to adopt Guap Coin on their platform.
It's super important for us to ensure that folks like yourself that are doing the work, that are, again, leading the charge and showcasing that, the Black community is in crypto and is having a tremendous impact in helping to drive innovation within the crypto blockchain space. And so with that being said, what are some of the action steps that the Crypto Tutors, Crypto Couch audience can take to support you?
Like I said, pushing towards building this community. This is all about a lot of these cryptos. They talk about mass adoption. They talk about mass adoption with Bitcoin. We're living mass adoption. We're literally building an ecosystem for mass adoption of crypto via Guap Coin. So, but that again, it takes the community. So we need the community. We need community awareness. We need people to spread the word. You know, we need people to continue to educate and potentially use Guap Coin as an educational tool as well. You know, this is what we need. It's all about the community, you know, and growing the community. Once that community gets in, of course, you know, they want Guap Coin, and that's great, but we got to get them in so that we can help and we can let them know that we're there to help and support them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for just coming on the show today, taking time from your busy day. You've got several initiatives going on. I'm super excited about the ATM machines. I'm super excited about the foundation. You know, the fact that you are building out the educational arm of the Guap ecosystem to ensure that, you know, folks are educated and making wise investments. This is super critical. You know, like when you look at how the market has evolved as of late, you know, meme coins have been one of the driving factors in, you know, folks getting into the crypto world. And the challenge is that when you look at things fundamentally, it's like, okay, what is the utility? You know, like what problem is this coin solving? And so that's part of what we want to make sure that our community has the foresight to think twice about what is the driving force behind their investment decisions. And, you know, when we talk about projects that are worth investing, the fact that Guap Coin has an entire ecosystem, you've got your foundation, you've got your educational platform, you've got ATMs, you're developing your own, you know, brick and mortar, you've got a POS system, coin payments, I think you mentioned, that's already accepting Guap Coin as payments. You're in the midst of developing your own POS to process transactions, and for that matter, convert other coins to Guap. So it's like, hello, this is exactly where each of us need to be, because it's for us, it's by us, it's crypto for the culture. So, you know, a couple of things that are coming to mind now is that you had mentioned that, you know, the transparency associated with the Guap currency. And you know, the peer-to-peer facilitation. Let's talk a little bit about why is that so important?
Well, we're always getting, you know, recently we tend to get these same spills in our community. And one of the recent spills, of course, is the $1 trillion spending power that we have, right? And it's literally described as power. But where is that power being transferred? Where is that power going? Is that power being reinvested into our community? Is that power growing within our community? Why are our businesses not feeling empowered? Why do they not have access to powerful money, you know, funding or lending or anything that can expand businesses in our community? Why do we not have access to those things if we have so much spending power? But I think that what's needed is we need to have the numbers. We need to have the proof. You know what I mean? Because numbers don't lie. We need to be able to bring the data to the table and say, hey, you know, not only do we have $1 trillion spending power, but look at how much we spent with Gucci, which we boycotted a couple of years ago. Look at how much.
What are we getting in return, though? Like, what are we getting in return?
Right, right. Look at how much money we spent with this company, with this company. Look at how much money we're spending here. You know what I mean? And what if we want to divert those funds? What if this company is not honoring this community and is not doing more damage than, you know, it is anything else? How do we really divert those funds? You know, we can literally say that we will divest in this company. You know what I mean? And we'll have the numbers to prove it. You know, because they could easily tell us, hey, you know, we still did $1 billion worth of business last year. Hey, we didn't need your money. Oh, really? Okay. But now we got the dollars to prove whether or not our money is really impacting your bottom line. We want to know these things, you know what I mean? And it gives you a sense of confidence and confidence and empowerment. They can take the empowerment away from you by saying your money doesn't matter. This is all about my money mattering. You know what I mean? That's what it is at the bottom line.
#mine money
matters. Exactly. So that's what it's about, you know, and that's empowering.
I love that, because when you think about it as well, you know, the money that is spent within the Black community leaves the Black community within like it's exchanged once or twice, versus other communities where you're talking about 20 times over. And so it's so refreshing to know that there is a currency, Guap Coin, that enables us to know exactly how money is circulated within our community. And that just that, it's actually circulated within our community, helping to develop an ecosystem that is made for you by you.
Exactly. Exactly. Is again, and the bottom line, that's empowering. We have retailers. We have a retailer that, and I know him by the owner name, Greg, but he has a store that has different fashion, sneakers, clothes, etc. that we've been ordering from for crazy, and he and he accepts Guap Coin, but we also have restaurants, we have service providers. We literally just had a restaurant sign up earlier this year on Martha's Vineyard. So that was one of our first brick and mortar businesses, restaurants that signed up to accept Guap Coin. So, I mean, literally in every industry we already have. And then earlier this year, we did a pilot of using Guap Coin to make purchases on Amazon. So yeah, okay. We did it. You know, it was wildly successful. It's something that we want to build out, you know, and we want to build this out from our community side. We went through another provider to do it, but we want to build something similar through our thing. And that's what I mentioned. I talk about a lot when I say spend Black. You know, a lot of people say buy Black, and I'm like, spend Black, because, you know, there are places that you have to go and that you have to buy things. But what if you can go and you can align with the people who have shared values, and you have this currency that represents that? And this is you spending with this company, but this company is making it basically a pact with you to honor you. Because if they don't, then you can now retract that support by retracting your dollars, you know? So that's spending Black. That's spending with your, you know, it's unreasonable to think that you're only going to buy from Black businesses. You're going to buy from other supply chains and other places. But you want to buy in an empowered way. You want to feel like my dollar matters. You know what I mean? You're going to feel like my guap matters, that you want to be empowered when you're spending. You want to feel like you're just kind of yoked into doing this and you have no alternatives, and they can treat you any way that they want to treat you.
I love the fact that, you know, that to me sounds like a slogan. Spend Black. Like, yeah. Buy Black is cool, but like spending Black, like what you know about that? Matter of fact, comments, we want to make sure that hashtag spend Black. You know, we need to make sure that the community is active and this conversation is reflected in a way that you all feel like you're a part, because without you, we don't exist. They say we don't exist, but showing up for the community, making sure that we all recognize each other, that's how we dispel that myth of we don't exist.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That definitely plays on the marginalization I felt as an individual. Sometimes I felt invisible. I think as a community, when it's supposed to matter, we feel invisible, you know, and we need to be seen and understand that we contribute in such a magnanimous way, in a powerful way. And we need to know that.
You know, that makes me think of how critical it is to know your worth. Know your worth. Own your worth and build wealth in a way that the organizations that you are investing in, the organizations that you're transacting with, recognize your worth as well. That's what Guap Coin is bringing to the equation. That's what Guap Coin is bringing to the world. And that's why we're so happy to have you on the crypto couch and elevate and celebrate you every step of the way. And look, is there any, you know, final words? I mean, we could go on, and we'll definitely bring you back because we want to see, you know, this is the first half of 2021. Imagine where you're going to be.
Where we going to be next year, right? Absolutely. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed myself every time I'm around, you know, somebody from my hometown, you know, how we are. The excitement is so electric. So I gratefully appreciate it. I think this is so much needed. I think what y'all are doing are super needed. Just the energy, it's going to attract a lot of people who need to know this, and know this from the perspective of where they like to know it and where they can enjoy learning about it. You know, so I think this is super duper duper awesome. I'm very grateful for being here.
You're a treasure. You are a global treasure. And I think that the African diaspora, coupled with Africans, and just kind of building that bridge and helping people cross them, and just, you know, emphasizing how critical it is for us to, you know, have our own means of closing the economic wealth gap. A lot of folks talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum and so on. However, the truth is I think you are the only, at least that I know of, Black female that has created your own coin for the culture specifically. Am I making this up, or is that?
Yeah. So, to do what we're trying to do. Absolutely.
So, I mean, as I said, you're not just a national treasure, you are a global treasure, a mompreneur, mother of 8 that is not just raising her own future with the children that she has, but each and every one of us, because she's giving us an investment vehicle that is designed to empower and to enable us to transform knowledge into wealth. And that's what we do at Crypto Tutors. That's why we had you on the crypto couch, and we wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you. The same. Thank you.
Want to learn more? Visit CryptoTutors.com. This episode is sponsored by Cash App.